Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Ford's Fritz 5-light pendant, globe pendant, and this is that globe we're going to talk about. This is the 131131. So Hubbardton Forge, their glass is truly amazing. So this is hand-blown glass, glossy on the outside. While it's still kind of hot and tacky, they dip it in little bits of broken glass, and then they're going to take this and they're going to put it back in that kiln and oven again, and it melts off all the hard edges, so it looks kind of like candy. It's really beautiful. They really go beyond what they need to do for their glass. It's really substantial stuff. Sandblasted on the inside so it's opaque. You're not going to be able to see any socket. And there's lots of other fixtures that'll go with this. There's actually some sconces I think that would be great with this too, using the same piece of glass. So we'll put it right here so you get a chance to check it out. Why don't we talk about the size of the fixture itself? And that's going to be 7.1 inches high. Diameter is coming in at 15.4. Now the overall height, now we're talking about the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the actual ceiling is going to give you a range. There's a pull down menu. It's going to say choose your length. So the shortest it can be is 10 inches, the longest it can be is going to be 130 inches, and that's going to be divided up amongst two lengths that you can choose. Now, if you need this to be longer than 130 inches, drop me a quick email, tell me what you need. 200 inches, 180 inches, it doesn't matter. I'm going to take your email, and you're going to tell me you're looking at the 131131, and you're going to tell me exactly the length you need. I'm going to send your email through Hubbardton Forge's customs department. It's going to come back with an answer. We do customs every day. It only adds a little time and money. It's definitely worth checking into. Okay, let's get into a couple other things. Let's talk about the canopy on this. So canopy up on the ceiling is going to be 12.3 inches in diameter. It goes over your standard junction box. It's about that thick. It's going to be holding a transformer, which is going to transform your line voltage down to low voltage, so it makes it safe to go through those cables. I want to show you more information about that. How we do it is we look at the installation's instructions. So take advantage of that. They're over on that side of the screen, midway down. Open it up. You're going to see a full parts list on there. You're going to see directions how to put it together, which is very easy. It's also going to show you detailed drawings of the inside of that canopy and how it goes on the box, the junction box. This is what you guys have on your ceiling. Coming in at 21.8 pounds, so it's not very heavy. More information about that canopy. So on that pull down menu it says choose your finish. It's going to be the finish that you choose, dark smoke or vintage platinum, doesn't matter, is going to be on a couple different parts. So it's going to be on the little part that's going to be above this ring. This is an embedded aluminum ring that has a retaining ring right there. There's threading on the inside of this. The part that's just above this, the cable goes into, is going to be part of that finish story. And then the other thing is going to be on the canopy, the bottom plate. It's going to be the round face plate facing down. Is going to also be in the finish that you choose. The can of the canopy is really the side part that touches the ceiling, the round part like that. That's always going to be in black. The other thing is these things have what are called grippers on them, and the grippers basically grip the cables as you push them in and get them everything where you want it to be. They go into what's called a strain relief. So you push them in, they lock, they don't come back down again. But if you do want to bring them back down again, you use your thumbnail and you kind of push it in, it unlocks it and allows you to lower those again. So those little strain relief grippers are always going to be in kind of a polished nickel, regardless of whatever the finish is for the thing. So you've got a few things going on here that you should know about. This is slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees. If you're going to be using it on a slope ceiling, drop me a quick phone call and I can kind of walk you through that stuff. Let's talk about what's going on as far as lamping goes. So this is going to be using LEDs only, no halogens in this. G4 sockets are going to be in each of these 5 pendants coming down, and you're going to be using a 4-watt LED. So the best way to go about this is to look basically online to find these LEDs. They're really easy. A 4-watt LED is the equivalent of a 40-watt incandescent. That's a lot of light, because don't forget you have 5 of these. So quite a bit there. So I would probably do a search either on like 1001bulbs.com or justbulbs.com or bulbs.com or Amazon.com. That's where we get ours. And you would look for G4 4-watt LED bulb, light bulb. And up is going to pop up a big list for you to check out. You're going to notice you're going to be offered a lot of different things, and you have to zero in on the kind of things that you want. So when we talk about the color of light in these LEDs, we always talk about it in terms of Kelvin, and that's going to be the color temperature. 2700 Kelvin, that's that super yellow light like a setting sun. Way on the other side of that is going to be called daylight, which sounds warm, but it is not warm. Nope, that is actually kind of a bluish white light like an overcast day. That's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on the Kelvin scale. What we like to use in the middle of all that is called warm white. Warm white is the same kind of light that comes down on me right here. These are LEDs. These are 3000 K. So 3000 Kelvin warm white LEDs are what we like. And kind of mimics an incandescent light I grew up with, so it's a nice glow. And people don't even realize that these are LEDs when they come into our showroom. They think these are all incandescent bulbs, which is kind of funny. It's important that you look for a dimmable bulb because you're going to want to dim these, and it's going to tell you straight off the bat if they're dimmable or if they're not dimmable on that box, if you're in a store or if you're online looking at these things. And the other thing is talk to your installer and tell them you're using a dimmable LED so they use the correct dimmer on the wall for you. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's on Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email, and I can walk you through the whole thing, okay? So, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.